What is cracking with y'all? We here, the first video of 2021. We got the new setup. I hope y'all like it, add a little bit of pizzazz to it. And also we got the new intro. We got a lot of new, alright? But anyway, we have a very good video today. A real juicy one. It is very good timing with it being the new year. It could possibly help you with the new approach towards life, or also maybe help you with your New Year's planning, resolution, goals, all that. So if you're down for that, stay tuned. Yeah, I ain't doing that, John. I ain't gonna hit the new wall. So just diving straight into it. One thing last year, a lot of people were saying, oh, this is one of the worst years in recent memory. Oh, this year is so bad. And so I really wanted to figure out, why did people think this way? Why did people put this label on the year? Now, obviously, I'm not stupid. I know we had a pandemic. I know we dealt with a lot of sad deaths and a lot of conflicts between different groups. But a lot of people struggled mentally. And so that is what this video is about. I think with everybody being in quarantine, a lot of people felt unmotivated and unproductive, because I know at some point I was. And when people feel unaccomplished or unmotivated, I think that's when they start to question what's going on with their life, what their intentions are, what their purpose is. And I think one really good way to avoid this is altering your expectations. Now, what do I mean? You've heard the saying, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And this does ring true. However, you don't want to just be shelled up, have a protective wall, preparing for everything that comes your way and just being scared. You want to approach every day open arms, ready for what's to come, but you don't want to shield off all the good things as well. You have to expect things to go wrong, because they will go wrong. A lot of people ask what went wrong, and even deadlier, why it went wrong. And though it is important to ask why, in order to get to the bottom of it, something that is overlooked is asking, how can we fix it, and how did it get wrong the first time? For example, say you are dealing with tough time with online school. Ask why for a second, except then immediately go to how to fix. In short, you really just have to play the hand you're dealt with. You have to make the best of what you're working with right now, and right now is really all that matters. And so another perspective that could help you, that kind of goes along with this, is just taking every day, day by day. Now, I just touched on why you shouldn't necessarily emphasize the past, but you also don't want to put so much value in the future, because nothing in the future is certain. When you base your progress in anything on what you expect to happen in the future, that's when you either fall short or things go wrong and you have to replan, reevaluate everything. Whereas if you just take things day by day, you're sure to reach more attainable and realistic goals, which will keep you motivated. Too many people, especially around this year, will set New Year's resolutions. And they're these big, vast resolutions, except in reality, there's a less than likely chance they're going to reach them. And so say after January, they're not as close as they thought they were to their goals. That's when they tend to stray away and say, you know what, heck it, this is impossible anyway. And I really learned to adopt this mentality last year through all the corona stuff, because my training wasn't necessarily as good as it was a few months ago. But I had to rely on just tweaking tiny things every day so that I woke up a better person than I was yesterday. And so even right now, as we speak, I have my alarm set every day, no matter the time, with the title, Your Life is a Movie. And so you may be asking, that's kind of a weird title. What if my life's boring? Or, I'm not really feeling it right now. Like, maybe I'm more of a side character. And so I just live every day hard. I capture all the small wins I can without taking a big leap of faith towards the big wins and then falling short. Now this could mean if the past 3 weeks I've only been able to drink 100 ounces of water, today I'm not going to be like, shoot, let's go, I'm going for 150. I get out of bed with the confidence of a movie star, a Grammy nominated actor, drink my cup of water, say, I think I got 110 in me today. And so when you keep taking these tiny steps and you keep beating yourself, this builds confidence, and confidence is momentum. And the more confidence you can muster up as the days go on, things become easier. I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast with Kevin Hart a few months back, and he resonated with this mentality, and he kind of symbolized it as a video game. It's impossible to go straight from level 10 to level 30. Each level up is the person that you were yesterday. And so slowly, you gotta boom, beat 1, boom, beat 2. You're not trying to beat you from a month ago or whatever, you're just beating yourself from yesterday. And before you know it, you're climbing the ranks, and then maybe you occasionally have a boss battle. Maybe you even lose. You might get knocked down a few levels. You just gotta work your way back up slowly. If you watched kind of my Weightlifters Defined videos or just any kind of philosophy video that I've posted in the past, you know that I'm a big believer in slow exponential growth. So as you go about your year, start off when you're planning your goals, start with daily goals. Once you get in the habit of tracking your daily goals, move on to weekly. Then maybe after that you want to move on to monthly, except you want to start short term to long term. It's much easier to build off that way than start high and then try to figure out the little things as you trickle down. And one last piece of advice to possibly help you conquer anything that you choose for the rest of the year. Smile in the face of adversity. Your goal every day is to maintain a mood, right? You want to maintain a high, positive, optimistic mood. And that's not saying you shouldn't feel certain emotions, because that's fine. It's fine to feel your emotions. Emotions is like weather. Mood is like climate. You want to be excited for the next day instead of dread the next day. And so to do that, you gotta welcome challenge, and like truly, you have to feel it. You can't just be like, I'm ready for the difficulties to come, when you're really, truly deep down scared. Because you aren't gonna trick reality, alright? And I really applied this through my knee surgeries and also just last year in general with things being canceled. Instead of saying, man, the international camp got canceled and Youth Worlds got moved online. You wanna think like, after coming out of this, I'm gonna be a better online lifter and on stage lifter. Or add another badge to my experiences. You gotta flip adversity on its head so that you automatically trick yourself into thinking all the bad things to come are truly just opportunities to grow. Once you start forcing yourself to think this way, it'll automatically come as a habit. It's like if Mario and them turtles coming at you, instead of letting them kill you, you stomp on their head and use the shell as a weapon. And once you think that way, I promise you, you will be unstoppable. Because once you think like this, you've mastered your internal. And when you master your internal, nothing external can beat you. You want to make mistakes faster, and so that you experience more. And when you experience more, that makes you wiser. And so no one can conquer you because you've already lived through this. It's like your parents saying they know best, because obviously when you experience something, you're going to know how to handle it better. And so with that said, I think that's a wrap. To conclude, you need to alter your expectations to your advantage. No, everything not gonna be sunshine and rainbows, but guess what? That's okay. Take your small wins. Build momentum, build confidence. You wanna live every day as hard as you can. Live like you are the star of the movie. Live like you are just slaying everything. And lastly, look at difficulties as a treasure chest. It's gonna take some picking at the lock, but guess what? When you open it, it's straight treasure. So any kind of difficulties that get thrown your way, you just gotta choke slam, throw it on its head. Life is really as hard as you make it. Sure, there are gonna be things that are trying to stop your happiness, but it's up to you if you let it happen. One of my favorite quotes from Lil Duval. Yes, I said it, Lil Duval. If you can't change your situation, change your perspective. So I hope y'all conquer your tiny task, build momentum, make them money moves, and your boy gonna catch you on the flip.